I'm Alex Carroll, the creator of what just might be the coolest Valentine's Day gift you've ever seen. And I just kind of scam. You know, I have an eye for this shape because I've been collecting these things for a decade. And, you know, they'll pop out at me when I see them. I collect them because they're beautiful. And I love what they symbolize. I'll scan a million rocks before I see one this good. I never had any plans of doing anything with them. And what happened was I needed a clock. No matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find one that I liked. And so I finally decided, you know what, why don't I just make one myself? Take 12 of these heart-shaped rocks that I found and make a clock out of them. And then everybody wanted one. Everybody who saw it was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. That was when it occurred to me, dawned on me that, wow, maybe I should make more of these. That was the first time I actually sat down and counted up all my heart rocks. And it turned out I had over 1,000 of them. So I was like, well, that's enough to make 100 clocks. The reason I had more fun with the hands than anything else is because I got to design them myself. There's a lot of symbology in them. The clock to me symbolized two main things, which is time and love. So when I designed them, I put 2 hearts in each one of the hands because it's 2 hearts, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Then I put little petals underneath each one of the hearts, like flowers. So it's like the hearts are blooming, which is what love does. The body of the hands, you see these circles, infinity symbols. Love and time are both infinite. Then I put diamonds at the tips. And you know what they say about diamonds. Once I started this project, my creative juices started flowing, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I made a pendant? And then I also thought, wouldn't it be beautiful if I made a picture frame? I realized that, I'm not the only one who likes things that are natural. These are made by the ocean. They wash up on the beach. It's not made in a factory anywhere. It's just exactly the way nature made it. And I've made every single one of these clocks by hand. And they're all signed and dated and numbered. And one of them is so rare and so special that it literally could be the rarest timepiece on the planet.
The most sought-after color of sea glass in the world is red. Alex has spent years acquiring 18 incredibly rare pieces of red heart-shaped sea glass from collectors around the globe. His 18 pieces represent the largest collection of red, naturally heart-shaped pieces of sea glass in the world.
But I didn't stop there, because I wanted the face of this clock to be as rare as these red heart-shaped pieces of sea glass.
And he wanted it to be from the sea as well. He eventually discovered a rare 20-million-year-old phenomena from Indonesia, known as volcanically formed fossilized coral. It is also known as Bali star coral.
It is rare enough to begin with, but to find a piece big enough to make a clock face was like unheard of.
He enlisted the help of a geologist who originally discovered fossil coral in Indonesia 30 years ago. He scoured the globe for 8 months, and in the end, his search led to only 2 pieces.
And when we cut them open, one of them was cracked, and the other one was perfect. When we cut this thing open, the choicest piece, the one that was right in the middle, was heart-shaped. The next thing that I did was I hired a world-class British jeweler to individually ring mount each one of these heart-shaped pieces of red sea glass in gold.
And when we say world-class, we're talking about a member of the Goldsmith Company Guild in London, who was personally trained by the Queen's Crown jeweler. Alex then enlisted the help of a water jet technician to bore holes at each of the hour positions on the face of the clock, so that he could then backlight each of the pieces of red sea glass. The result was stunning.
And it's all natural, and it's all from the sea. There is nothing like this piece anywhere in the world.
100 of Alex Carroll's clocks and a handful of his numbered pendants and frames will be auctioned off early in February, just in time for Valentine's Day. Clock number 1 is the one-of-a-kind, 20-million-year-old fossil coral and red sea glass heart clock. Clocks number 2 to 11 are premium clocks, which means that they are made using Alex's choicest heart-shaped stones. Clocks number 12 to 20 are very rare miniature clocks, made with tiny heart-shaped stones that are so rare that Alex only had enough to make 9 clocks with. And the first 10 solid gold and silver premium pendants will each come with their own hand-chiseled and numbered miniature stone vault. The highest bidders will be granted the privilege of choosing the piece they wish to have, based on their bid rank. All pieces will come with a signed, dated and numbered certificate of authenticity and will be individually photographed and registered to further authenticate ownership. He has also decided to hold a special auction for the coral and red heart sea glass clock and give all of the profits from it to the winner's favorite charity.
It could be worth a fortune. I really have no idea. And that lucky person's actually going to get one more really cool thing.
Alex's rarest pendant, made with the most flawless piece of naturally formed red heart-shaped sea glass ever found. In fact, Richard Lamott, president and founder of the North American Sea Glass Association and the world's top authority on sea glass, says,
as far as looking at sea glass in general, you know, almost like a 1 in a million. So this is like winning the lottery of sea glass.
When asked who he thinks might end up winning this clock and pendant, Alex replied,
You know, I can't think of a more beautiful Valentine's Day gift that a prince could give a princess than that pendant. I'd love to see it go to William and Kate. It's their first official Valentine's Day coming up, and they love the beach. I know that. They spent their honeymoon there. I'd love to give the money right back to their charity. You know, they're doing some really beautiful things for children. I just found out something recently that I never knew, which is that the world's largest collection of rare clocks is in Buckingham Palace. So I think for them.
If you'd like to be notified about Alex's auctions, simply enter your contact details to the right. If you like what you've seen here, please consider adding a favorable Facebook post as well. And if you happen to be a hard rock collector like Alex, he's hoping to build a community of hard rock collectors, and he would love to hear from you.
You know, I know a lot of people are going to look at these clocks and go, oh, you know, a limited edition, you know, art piece. They're going to, you know, say they're valuable for that reason. Or they're going to look at it as it's valuable as a timepiece. You know, honestly, I think the true value of these actually goes a lot deeper than that. And I think the real true value of them lies in their meaning and what they symbolize. And to me, it symbolizes two things. It symbolizes time, and it symbolizes love. Those are two things that we all want more of. You know, a friend of mine always says, love is spelled T-I-M-E. And he's right. Because when you give someone your time, you're giving them your love. And it's really the truth. You know, I read once that the average person looks at a clock 50 times a day. Imagine how it would change your life if every time you looked at this clock and saw these hearts, those hearts reminded you to reach out to somebody that you love, reach out to somebody that you care about, and give them a little bit of your time. Maybe you call them, maybe you send them a card, maybe you send them a text message, maybe you smile at them, maybe you tell them you love them, you know, whatever. It wouldn't matter just as long as you reached out. You know, if this clock could help you do that, I think time would always be your friend. And I think you'd have more love in your life than you ever thought possible. I don't know about you, but if you ask me, that's priceless.